The USA helping you get paid every day. This is the boss, and I got the #1 website for you to cash in and cash out in cash money for Bitcoin. It's called BitQuick.co. There's a link in the description, and it's in the #1 comment on this video. You go to their website, you're going to see this right here. You click on buy, and you tell them how much money you want to spend, and it will automatically convert that amount into Bitcoin. Once you have that amount ready, you let them know how you want to pay for it. You can either do a cash deposit or a money transfer through a major bank right here in the USA. You pick what bank you want, and it's quite convenient to my house. The big thing to note here is you only have 3 hours to get that cash money into the bank account that they send you. Once you deposit the money into their account, they send you the Bitcoin. Notice that there is a 2% fee. This morning when I sent $500, they charged me $10 to send it, but that's not bad at all in crypto land. So you click on next right there after it's confirmed, and they'll send you an email. And notice this is cash only, you guys. Don't go online and try to transfer it into the person's account because it won't work. You need to go into a bank with cash money. In the email that they send you, they'll put their name, they'll put a 12-digit account number, they'll put that holder state. That's all you need. And they will also confirm your Bitcoin address where the money will be sent. Biggest thing to note here is that you will need to receive the upload link and send them the receipt of the transfer. This is what that looks like. All you do is you take a picture of the deposit receipt after you send it. You type in that little no refunds for BitQuick on Bitcoin, boom, upload it into that email right there using that link. And congratulations, baby. You are now a part of the money team. This is the boss with another breakthrough website for you guys. I hope it helps, and I hope you will be profitable and prosperous in the market. Let's go.
Like a boss.
Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Today is September 27th. And I'm about to jump inside the booth and turn Clark Kent to Superman. Just like Ethereum is, to save the world. To save the cryptoverse. Bitcoin is going to go down, you guys. And somebody's got to be the hero. Somebody got to put the cape on, circle around the world 3 times, jump inside of a telephone booth, rip the glasses off, put the S on his chest, and put the world on his back. And that's what Superman do. Congratulations. If this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK. My friends know me as a crypto trader, and I am the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day, I'm fortunate enough to grace this microphone with my voice. Is another day somebody can prosper as a result, and today is no exception. So I'm changing the format a little bit. I'm about to switch this thing up. What we're going to do is the question of the day is, what coin should we buy for our trading challenge? I'm coming back live on the air in about 6 hours. So jump in the comment thread after this video goes live. Jump in the comments if you're watching it. After I did it live, you have a chance to win now. Before you didn't have a chance to win. Now you do. So jump in the comments and let me know what coin we should buy. If I pick your coin, I'm going to review everybody's picks too. And if I pick yours, you just won, right? So there we go, man. Now you can see it's a community thing. It's not just me picking these coins. Half of them come from you guys. The one we picked last night, we made some money on. That didn't come from me. I got an email from my guy Johan, right? Johannes. And he looked out for us. We had a pretty good pickup on that one. So here we go. Right? What do you guys think about Ethereum? You think they could pull it off? Back in the day, 2 years ago, Coinbase, when we was, just looking at the little chart, looking at that little blue chart on Coinbase, that was all I had. A young boss in the making, just drawing that little line all the way across the screen, just going back and forth. Said Bitcoin up to 560. I think it might go down to 480. It got support at 480. Oh, that's what I did. That's where I started at. Started swing trading 480, and 560. spiked it like 3 times, made half my money back, and then I was off, But now our mechanics are a little bit different. But I say that to say this. Back then, it was like, Coinbase was Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that was it, right? And back then, if Bitcoin went up, Ethereum went up because people were buying, people were spending money. Deposit, bam! Hit my debit card, bam! Credit card, 8%, no problem, bam! Nowadays, it's a much more diverse crypto community, right? In fact, Ethereum, the flipping is gonna result in Ethereum having a larger market cap. So essentially, it will overtake Bitcoin. Now, will it rule the market? I don't think it will, personally, but it'll have more money behind it, right? So essentially, it's coming into its own. And this will be a very enduring test for Ethereum. Bitcoin is still confirmed in a downtrend. This little blip on the radar, this is what we just did before the call today, and I'm not going to take the time to do it on this call, but if you just put a white ball on the top of that 77 and say, if we rolled this ball down the hill at 77, would it stop? The answer is no. Therefore, this little blip is not a reversal. It's merely just a blip, right? Just a little boop, boom. That's how it goes. Boop, boom. Yep, that's going to be the sound of a lot of broken hearts tomorrow morning when y'all see a board full of red and you went and bought Bitcoin at 4,100. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you guys a quick look at the macro level of why I think Ethereum can save the world. And by the world, I mean the rest of the alts, the cryptoverse. Even if Bitcoin goes down like the Titanic, that doesn't mean that the market will fail as long as the market can support profit, right? That money will flow out of Bitcoin into the alts, and a lot of these charts are set up to break out right now as a result. A lot of charts that we've already bought in our trading challenge, ADX, I think GNT, storage are set up to break out as a result. So you just see both sides of it and you understand where I'm coming from. Now, let's get into some of the theology that we're looking into right now. Again, I don't want to spend any time on this video actually looking at the mechanics of the chart. I do that a lot already, right? So this will not include Ethereum's chart. That's actually going to be part 2. This is part 1. I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow. So you can see the macro, high level, market trends, economics, global, influences, and then we'll get into the macro. The macro is the chart. The chart is more or less like on the playing field. I'm focused 7 and 77, whereas the macro is like, all right, let me see what's going on. Oh, I see Russia over there. Okay. Oh, I see China. Yep. What else? ICOs. Yep. I got that. Metropolis. Yep. ERC20. Yep. So it's like 2 different views of the same story, but the better you understand both of them, the more you can make money, because the more you're able to understand the charts and the major intersections and the major influence and the major proponents and accelerants. Bam! When that chart break off, why did it break off? Some people might blame it on one event, but you already know, no, actually it was this event, and this event combined with the fact that the chart was doing this all the while, which resulted 30% in 3 days. So first thing we can see right here. This is Ethereum's chart. Tradingview.com. There's just some screenshot, right? But we see when Bitcoin earlier this month, late August, went down, 20-30%. Bam! A lot of people was hurting, ready to jump off the side of the building. I wasn't. I didn't even notice. In fact, I made money because I had Dash and pivots. But we'll say that for another day. You can see that Ethereum, its value in Bitcoin, essentially the market cap of Ethereum during that time, it wasn't bothered at all. Ethereum said, we ain't in this for Bitcoin, we in this for Ethereum. And so now you start to develop the, what I call the investor profiles, the psychological profiles. Who is buying this coin at the end of the day? It's not the people that care how many dollars the next person is willing to pay for Bitcoin. It's a completely different mindset, a completely different psychology. You have a completely different person that has 100 Ethereum versus the person that has 100 Bitcoin, right? So therefore, when this is one of the indicators I looked at, when I saw Bitcoin price plummeted, boom, and Ethereum didn't even respond, right? Technically, you would think if those two were straight line correlated like they used to be, you would see Ethereum go down to about 120, maybe even $80, $75. This is actually what my chart showed, we could have went to when I said Ethereum 50 bucks. I'm pretty sure it was looking at this moment in time where it would have hit 0.05 BTC, right here on the ground floor and then broke back up. I said that about 3 months ago. For the people who remember, I said Ethereum could hit $50. I won't buy it until it's under 100. We could very well get there just because the dollar value of Bitcoin leaving will in turn make the dollar value of Ethereum lower, but it should not break 0.065 BTC. Now, what that equals in dollars is yet to be determined. It could very well be $50, but the correlation between Bitcoin and Ethereum pretty much has a floor right there at 0.065, right? And that's evident. Now, with a pullback on Bitcoin, will this dry up a little bit? Yes, but it shouldn't go lower than 0.05, point blank, period, right? Next thing you can look at is, major undertakings in the market. And this ICO, ICO mania, 2017 ICO mania. It's like two things this year will be remembered for: forks and ICOs. And the rest of them changed the direction of cryptoverse forever. So, we have an entirely new economy based on Ethereum now, right? And that's definitely something to keep in mind when you're looking at major macro events, right? So even with China and their governance on the ICO, right? The United States is an ICO security, is an exchange. Who knows, right? Where does this gray area come in at? But all that matters is that is now centralized around Ethereum. To whereas before, Ethereum was centralized around Bitcoin. So Ethereum is coming into its own right in front of our very eyes. Next thing, we have the governance, right? The regulation, support or against, And Russia is putting their money where their mouth is, saying they're putting up 100 million for a Bitcoin mining farm. Notice they say Bitcoin here. I don't think it's going to be Bitcoin, but it's yet to be determined. I think they're just saying Bitcoin, so that's what the world associates it with. But I'm pretty sure they're working on their own version of Bitcoin to more or less be a digital-backed currency going into the next 100 years. That's just my initial interpretation. So, being that Vitalik, founder of Ethereum, the brainchild of Ethereum, the cryptocurrency's darling, so to speak, is from Russia. We got the three superpowers back again, US, Russia, China, right? Russia has Ethereum, China has Bitcoin Cash, and hold on. And these guys have Bitcoin. They have more Bitcoin than anyone else in the whole world. Forever, probably. Because they can always just hack another exchange, shut down somebody for, Put it this way. Bitcoin has been compromised long time ago. So that's actually the number one wallet holder for Bitcoin. China knows this, Russia knows this. So it's another arms race, right? And Ethereum is the pair that's native to that land. So now it has almost like a national support. You could put a Russian flag on top of Ethereum because they're going to be paired together forever, right? One more thing we could look at is the innovation in the market, right? What does that look like? You know, this is an article right here, Ethereum World News. I'm not one big for the news, but when you have this many indicators pointing, it's good to see, you know, the inside look of a coin. So this is actually a big thing for Ethereum with Metropolis and the hard fork. And they're talking about January. They're more or less talking right here how it's kind of stood aside from Bitcoin, but it does have a similar investor profile where, you know, some people that bought Bitcoin, if Bitcoin crashes, then they'll pull their money from Ethereum. But then we just saw on the charts that is only true to a certain extent. See, because they say, however, an optimistic change towards that kind of understanding for Ethereum could be coming as soon as the end of the year. Technology protocol use and regulations are not as hindering as Bitcoin. So essentially, Ethereum's in a lot better boat, right? So, last thing we could look at is the correlation grid itself. And this is actually one of my favorite tools now to understand the macro versus micro. What I wanted to do is show you guys real quick is if we look at the 12-month correlation, 12 months, you can see that Ethereum essentially had a negative, an inverse correlation of Bitcoin 0.2, right? But what a lot of people won't notice is its correlation to Dash. And we know that Dash and Bitcoin are about 0.05% inversely correlated, especially when one's moving against the other. When they're sitting sideways, it kind of gets blurred. But essentially what this thing is showing is that 35 cents on the dollar, Dash and Ethereum move in the same direction. And this has been averaged over the course of the past month. And we know fairly certainly that when Bitcoin goes down, Dash goes up and vice versa. What this is suggesting is that over the past 12 months, Ethereum has become less correlated with Bitcoin and more correlated with Dash. This is confirmed when we look inside of 7 days. And now we see that exact same correlation. But what else has happened? Ethereum has gone up with Bitcoin past 7 days. Well, what happened past 7 days? Bitcoin went down, right? So the quick is moving down, but the long is moving up. So you have what's called a hidden bull, I think. In traditional Forex, you have these different divergences, they call it. And I'm pretty sure if we're looking at a correlation matrix, this qualifies as almost a hidden bull divergence. When Bitcoin is weak, Ethereum holds par. When Bitcoin is strong, Ethereum gets stronger. So what does that mean? That means that this thing is actually a lot stronger than this thing up here because it doesn't break down. So all it needs is enough time to fill its cycle to where and that will be when Bitcoin hits the floor and goes below 3,000. I'm pretty sure a lot of that money will be flowing in to BTC. And again, as I said, I didn't want to discuss the charts on this video, but please believe your boy got it pinned down, you know. And we'll be actually going through that tomorrow. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, you guys, same time, same channel, you know, and we'll be getting it in on the charts. I just wanted to take a step back, you know, step up like, you know, a coach, you know, instead of just be down on the field, I need to go in the press box and look at the whole field. You know, now that I see that, I can go back down on the field, say, okay, guys, I know where we're going. We're going to run this play. Boom! Right? 6 points. Bam! Put the name on the scoreboard. Cheerleader kiss me on the cheek. That's it. So there you go, man. That's Ethereum, right? It's a great coin. I feel a lot better about it now than I did back in June when it was up here. I think you guys remember I wasn't too big on Ethereum up here. I compared it to Prada, Louis Vuitton, overpriced commodities that, you know, people were paying way too much money for. But down here, you know, especially given that Bitcoin needs to pull back and has the mechanics to pull back significantly, I think it's a solid buy down here, right? So there you go. And if you actually go back to those videos, I had these different levels in the chart pinpointed between 0.069, 0.058, and I think 0.074. Just click back in time. I never delete any videos except for one. I deleted one. We won't speak about that. Won't speak about that. So there you go. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna open it up to the chat. My people, shout your country out. We coming right back to you in 30 seconds. I just wanted to show you guys the community real quick. We have Facebook and we have the website, Boss of Bitcoin.com. So here we go. We go to Facebook, you guys. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, I think you have a very amazing opportunity to join one of the most vibrant, empowering communities in all the world. It's called the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. It's right there on Facebook. We got about 11,000 of my best friends that come together 7 days a week. And all we look at, all we talk about, all we discuss is the charts and how to make money. You know, this guy's talking about REP. That looks pretty good. That thing's ready to run. I might have to check that out. You know, and a lot of the picks I get come from here, right? So join it. It's completely free. You don't got to pay $9.95 for a Udemy course. You don't need to pay any money on a subscription on Parthenon, a Telegram, a Snaptweet, or, you know, FaceTime. None of that. Just click that button. Come on in. The doors are always open. Next thing, we got bossofbitcoin.com. I'm in the process of redoing this, but just bear with me. You know, the products are still the same. We got the profit package. This one is $25, and it's a hand-selected list comprised of about 2 months of intense study, you guys. I'm going to put an updated price flow on there, but this thing is probably up, I would imagine, 1,200% since inception using the boss method. Again, I say it's the movers, the shakers, and the money makers. This is the first round draft picks, you guys. You know how on the NFL, when they call that #1 player and he go out and shake the commissioner's hand and hold up his jersey? Every one of these coins got their jersey up. You know, they a franchise player, and so that's what they are, the profit package, right? $25, you can have that list. It will put you on your way to be powerful, prosperous, and prominent in the market. Next, we got the dream team. And if that's the first round picks, this is the recruits. These coins are the next generation. Some of them nobody has even heard about. Number 9, number 8, those 2 coins are about to do some damage, and a lot of people don't even know them. Number 9 just got some hype on YouTube the other day. I need to hurry up and buy it. 6, 7 is like Batman and Robin of the East, so watch out for that. And it's called the Dream Team because you don't need a lot of money to get a lot of profit. When I made this list, you could buy the entire list, you guys, all 10 coins with a $20 bill, right? And it started with $1 in dream. So if you got $1 and you got a dream, then you got a chance to be profitable in the market. The last thing we got is our one-on-one meeting. And this is when we get some FaceTime. When, you know, I open my calendar up to you. You click that link, pay $25. The details are in the description. And then after that, you know, we pick a time that works. You know, you go to the website, it'll look something like this. So say you wanted to get something, you know, I think we do something maybe Saturday morning before the kids' baseball game, 9 a.m. Click that button, bam, right? And now we got some FaceTime with the boss. And this is actually one of the times I look forward to. You know, when we do all this stuff and, you know, we start to make some money, it's really great. But the thing that matters the most to me is being able to connect with the individual on the other side of that screen. I've literally talked with people all over the world. You know, I've talked to people that had $100 in the market. I've talked to people that had 100,000 in the market. So you don't need a lot to get a lot of traction. But the one thing that remains the same is that the type of person I connect with is always passionate, you know, about changing their life. They're always polite. They're always positive, right? And these are the things we have to begin to do if we are going to truly change as a people. Right now, society is sick because society is broke. Our minds are polluted, you know, and our lives are diluted, right? So what do we have to do? The first thing I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna help you get paid. You don't gotta pay me 1 penny, but you will get paid. If you use this method over time, you will get paid. And after you get paid, you will empower others, right? Each one, reach one, teach one, right? The boss method, that's why it's patented. 77 over 77. It's a base 7, base 11 system, 3, 7, 11. You create the universe with those 3 numbers, right? Don't let nobody tell you you can't. I spent about 2 years building this algorithm, and I'm giving it to you for free right now today. If you appreciate that, then trust me, you go love what we got to come. We are making billions and billions, and we are empowering our people. We are buying our lives back. We're not going to trade 30 years for a 401k that grows at 0.08% a year when the boss can get you that inside of 3 hours. I beat the market by 10,000% last year, and this is how. And it don't take a lot of money to get a lot of profit. That being said, we are jumping into the charts, you guys. Don't get me fired up. I got to come back in 6 hours. You know, I could be on here. Listen. And don't let the alphabet boys tell you any different. Half the conversations I have on Google, they somehow just end up cutting off. You know what I'm saying? So, it's cool. It's cool. Can't stop the shining. You can't kill an idea. Oh, you guys got the idea right now. And you got the method. Can't stop that. So here we go. Let's jump in the chat. Let's move this to the side a little bit. Cool. Let's see who we got rocking out with us right now. Hold on. All right. We got SoCal in the building. You saw India's big in the building. Germany 2 times as big in the building. London, Netherlands. Who else? OC, Bitcoin Cash, Minnesota, IECA. One more. London, Netherlands, Brazil, Germany, Belgium, and Ireland, and Canada. Shout out to the people up north. Austria, Germany, Florida, they still coming in. San Diego, boss walking on the West Coast. Switzerland represent. LA, shout out to my man Charles in London. Across the pond, Mexico, viva for the fam. Uruguay, Ethiopia, BK from the boogie down. No, that's the Bronx. From Brooklyn, son. Brooklyn. Stand up. It's your boy. Netherlands, North Pole. There you go. Jingle bells from the North Pole. Let's just end it on that one. You know what I'm saying? I got to get out of here, guys. I got to get ready for this next video. Got to do a little work behind the scenes. You know, I'm just trying to clean this stuff up. Winner of the question of the day, I will be picking after this call. So I'm going to announce 2 on the next call. It's actually going to be somebody from last night's question of the day. So our next call will have 2 people. One will be from yesterday. But for the next call, jump in our comment. Who do you think we should buy for the trading challenge? Just that easy. And if I pick you, you just won. There you go. That's all we go do. We just go keep running it back just like that. Till we meet again. It's that time of the day. Signing off. This the boss. Yo boy BK. No matter where you stay. Brazil, the Bay, and California. All the way back out through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. Click that bell. Copy and paste this URL to somebody. Text it to a friend to change their life. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Until we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.